time to start getting into the Christmas spirit. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. And according to every store and apparently now every movie studio, now that Halloween is over, we're just going straight to Christmas. We're skipping American Thanksgiving and it's time to go to Christmas. And you know what? As much as I love Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, Christmas is my personal favorite, and normally I start playing Christmas music the second I am done with Thanksgiving dinner. Even though in my family that usually lasts from like 9 a.m. until like 11:59 p.m. on that Thursday of Thanksgiving. But I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. So I was a little iffy on this movie because Christmas is my favorite holiday. The Grinch is one of my favorite movies. I love the animated one. I love the live action one. And when I heard that they were making this one, I wasn't super excited. I'm gonna be super honest. Not excited for this at all. I was like, why do they need to remake it? It felt too much. Felt like too much. And it was from Illumination, which I'm not a huge fan of Illumination to begin with. I like Despicable Me, but everything else they've really put out a lot of recently, I've not been a huge fan of. Although I did really like Secret Life of Pets. I think that's an Illumination movie. Yeah, I really did like that, and I kind of am excited for Secret Life of Pets too. But I'm not a huge Minions fan. I didn't really like the rest of the Despicable Me series, so I was kind of a little cautious going into this. But I also felt conflicting feelings on that because Christmas, but also Benedict Cumberbatch is voicing the Grinch. So I was really excited for that. That was probably what drove me to go to this the most, just to see Benedict Cumberbatch voice the Grinch. And, well, let's just, get into some of my notes. All I really wanted from this movie was to get me into the Christmas spirit. I thought that maybe the Nutcracker movie would do that last week, and it really didn't. If you saw my review of that, you know how I feel about the Nutcracker. And I was hoping that because I knew this one was going to have a core about Christmas, whereas the Nutcracker only had like 30 minutes about Christmas. The Grinch's story, unless they drastically change it, surrounds Christmas. So I knew this one could probably get me a little bit more into the Christmas spirit than the Nutcracker did, and I will give it that. It really did. It really brought me into the Christmas spirit. I felt so Christmassy and so warm and fuzzy. And because I wanted to get into the Christmas spirit, I knew this probably would do that for me. I was trying to keep an open mind, even though I wasn't super excited about the prospect of this movie, besides Benedict Cumberbatch and Christmas. How many times can I say Christmas in this video? Biggest thing that I enjoyed in this is actually one of the smallest things in this is Cindy Lou Who. She's not like technically the smallest. Max is probably the smallest, and I enjoyed the dog Max so much, but I love Max in all of the Grinch movies that I have seen. But Cindy Lou Who's character is she's so adorable, and her storyline is so cute. I couldn't help but have this warm, happy feeling with what she was doing throughout the entire movie. Benedict Cumberbatch was okay. I mean, he was just voicing the Grinch, and I'm not a huge fan of his American accent. I've watched him in Sherlock, and I love his accent. I love his British accent. So his American one, I'm still not used to. It's still kind of weird for me. So he was just okay, but Kenan Thompson plays the Grinch's best friend. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of spoilers, but I absolutely love Kenan Thompson's character. He's hilarious. But overall, this movie is it's just so darn cute and adorable and fun. And now for a couple of the parts that I wasn't super fond of throughout this movie. It is a little bit longer of a list than the things that I did like, but they aren't deal breakers. The first thing that really kind of bothered me about this was, and this will probably be a slight spoiler, is how they handled the Grinch's dislike of Christmas. It felt like it was, it's very understandable why he doesn't like it. I really liked the storyline of why he didn't like Christmas, but there were parts that they showed where it seemed like maybe he was a little bit more easily turned on to the fact that he would enjoy Christmas. And it just felt a little bit weird to me because in both the original animated series and in the live action one, the Grinch is more hard to turn to liking Christmas. He has in the original animated series, the Grinch really doesn't have a reason why he hates Christmas. He just does not like Christmas. He doesn't like the Who's. In the live action one, there is a backstory and a reason why the Grinch doesn't like Christmas. And both of them are very understandable. The one in this is understandable as well, but the way they portray the Grinch disliking it in the present time, not just in the flashbacks, in the present time, it just feels like the Grinch still does like it deep down, and you don't get that Grinchy feeling of him just being a little, grumble, I don't like Christmas. And that's kind of what I love about the Grinch is how Cindy Lou changes him and makes his heart grow. Wow, my voice just cracked. What I love about the Grinch character and storyline is how Cindy Lou Who changes the Grinch into really liking Christmas in the end. This one, she didn't do a whole lot besides a kind of spoilery thing at the end that is in every single one of the other two Grinch movies. And one of the other things that I wasn't super fond of in this is the humor and the jokes. Now, I know this is a movie that is meant for kids, but it is still a family Christmas movie, so you'd think that they would have jokes in there that would be for everyone. And a lot of the jokes that were really good were some of the jokes that were in the trailer. Now, I wouldn't say they were like amazing. They were kid jokes. They were kid humor. But there was a couple jokes that they threw in there that I didn't even get, but I think that might just be because I'm not a parent or I'm not a kid. So it was just a little weird. There's a couple jokes about a timer. I don't know for sure what that's supposed to mean. You got me, but it could just be like something that has to do with being a parent or a kid. And one of the final issues that I had with this movie is the fact that they did not have You're Me When Mr. Grinch in this. That is the song that they play. They played it in the original animated series. They played it in the live action one with Jim Carrey. And I'm pretty sure Jim Carrey sings it in the live action one. And it's just my favorite song. It is one of my favorite songs to play and sing along to around Christmas time. So I was really bummed that they didn't do it in this. They did have a slight nod to it with someone saying "You're a mean one, mister" that you see in the trailer, but that's about it. So I was a little bummed about that. But overall, this is a very fun Christmassy movie. It really got me into the Christmas spirit. It's very adorable, and I kind of ended up enjoying myself. It is definitely more of a movie for kids and family members, but they did pay a little bit of homage to the original animated series with the way some of the characters looked, as well as to the live action one with some like even exact events almost, like him taking the sleigh up to the top of Mount Crumpet to dump it. They don't have that in the original animated movie. They only have it in the live action one. So there were some things like that I thought were really kind of cute that they paid homage to the original, nodding to the fact that, you know, yeah, we are kind of ripping off of this original one, but we're doing it in our own way. We're putting our own spin on it. So overall, I'd probably give this movie a 3 out of 5 if I was giving it a number rating, but my rewatch score for this would probably only be a TV because this is not a movie that I would go to watch on Netflix if it was around Christmas time. I definitely would not rent this or add this to my collection because I love the first two so much, and I'm not a huge fan. I mean, as much as I like this movie, as much as I enjoyed myself, this is not a movie that I would probably go back to and watch again like the first two. They are just pure classics in my eyes. But if it was playing on like some TV channel around Christmas time, and if there wasn't another Christmas movie on that I would probably enjoy a little bit more, I would definitely just put this on just to have the kind of Christmassy sounds and a little bit of humor, maybe hear Benedict Cumberbatch's voice a little bit. But yeah, overall, it's probably not my cup of tea, but it is a fun family movie, and I know probably next year I'll have my mom rent this so I can show it to her because I feel like she would probably like this a lot more than the Jim Carrey live action one because she's not a big fan of Jim Carrey. So Mom, if you're listening to this, you probably should rent this one when it comes out on Blu-ray. But let me know your thoughts of The Grinch in the comments down below. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know what you thought. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate every single one of you. Let me know who you are in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because I love talking all things movies, TV shows, filmmaking, film history, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye!